Hi, you guys. We are going to be starting our new book. It is called Blue Ribbon Blues by Jerry Spinelli. Okay, we'll be in chapters 1 and 2 today. All right. All these post-it notes in my book. All right, chapter 1 is called 911. I wonder what the emergency is going to be. The policeman got into his car and drove off. Miss Pepperday waved from the porch. "Thank you, officer. Have a nice day." When the police car was out of sight, Mrs. Pepperday stopped smiling. She went into the house and stood at the foot of the stairway. "Tudor," she called. "Wait a moment." She waited a moment. In her hand was a paintbrush tipped with blue paint. She waved the brush in the air. "Tudor!" she shouted again, louder this time. Chucky came running. "Is Tudor in trouble again, Mom?" "One guess," said Mrs. Pepperday. Mrs. Pepperday stormed up the stairs. Chucky followed close behind. They found Mr. Pepperday in his office. He was sitting at his computer writing. "Have you seen Tudor?" asked Mrs. Pepperday. Mr. Pepperday turned around. "No. What has she done now?" "She called 911, that's what. A policeman was here." Just then a voice came from above. "You dumb chicken!" "She's in the attic," Chucky cried. Mrs. Pepperday and Chucky climbed the stairs to the attic. They were joined by Harvey, their rusty, shaggy dog. In the attic they found Tudor and Egbert. Egbert was 2 months old. Egbert had been hatched from an egg. Egbert was a chicken. Tudor made a stern face. She pointed at Egbert and said, "Sit." Egbert ran to the corner. Harvey sat. Tudor growled at Harvey. "Not you, dog." She threw her hands up. "See, Mom, this dumb chicken won't do anything I say." Mrs. Pepperday made a stern face of her own. "Is that why you "Of course," said Tudor, surprised that her mother would ask. 911 is for emergencies." Tudor sighed. "Mom, you don't think I know that? Look," she pointed to Egbert, who was toddling across the bare wood floor. "That chicken is 2 months old and still won't obey its mother." He hid under the old bed and wouldn't come out. "That's not an emergency. What is?" Mrs. Pepperday held up one finger. "1, you're not that chicken's mother. You were simply there when it hatched." She held up another finger. 2, a chicken is not a dog. You can't teach it tricks. And 3, hiding under a bed is not a police emergency. She poked a finger in Tudor's face. "Don't do it again." Chucky pointed and grinned. "Yeah, don't do it again." Tudor grabbed Chucky's finger. She put it in her mouth. Mrs. Pepperday warned, "Tudor, don't you dare bite." Tudor rolled her eyes. Harvey arfed. At last, Tudor released the finger. "I wasn't going to bite it anyway," she said. Chucky and Harvey ran down the stairs. Mrs. Pepperday went down a step, then turned back to Tudor. "Would you like some advice from your mother?" Tudor nodded. "Don't holler at Egbert, and especially don't call him names. Mothers don't do things like that." "But you said I wasn't his mother." Mrs. Pepperday smiled. "I didn't say you couldn't pretend." Chapter 2. Mama Tudor. Tudor sat down at her father's desk. "What are you writing today, Dad?" she asked. Mr. Pepperday wrote books for children. "A new story," he said. He rested his fingers on the keyboard. "Just started it." "What's it about?" "Oh," he said, "it's about a girl." "What's her name?" "Haven't decided yet." "What's the story about?" Mr. Pepperday folded his hands over his stomach. "Well, I haven't figured it all out yet. I think I'll start with a girl moving from her home in the suburbs to a farm in the country." Tudor's eyes opened wide. "Dad, that's me." Mr. Pepperday laughed. Not really. Remember, it's just a story. It's made up. It's not real life. Mr. Pepperday. Tooter's smile drooped. I wished I could make up my real life for me. Mr. Pepperday squeezed her knee. What's the matter, Toot? Tooter slumped. Egbert doesn't like me. How do you know what Egbert is feeling? I can tell, said Tooter. If he liked me, he would listen to me. Doesn't listen, huh? Nope. No matter what I tell him to do, he doesn't do it. He never obeys me. She threw her arms up. His own mother. Mr. Pepperday took Tooter's hands in his. He patted them. Tooter, I'm afraid I have some shocking news for you. Egbert is a chicken. Dad, I know that, Tooter scolded him. But Mom said I can pretend. Oh, well then, said Mr. Pepperday. By all means, pretend away. No, Dad, Tooter asked. Mr. Pepperday folded his arms, bowed his head, and closed his eyes. Dad, said Tooter, you can't go to sleep now. I'm not, said Mr. Pepperday. I'm thinking. Tooter couldn't say how her father thought. Last he opened his eyes. Your mother used to sing to me. He was like, a lullaby? No, not a lullaby, but it's a song everybody knows. What? Said Tooter. Saratoga Vanity. Tooter laughed. You're kidding. He looked at her ball in his face. Ready? Mr. Pepperday fingered time. Nope, not kidding. You hated lullabies. The Saratoga Banner is the one only song that put you to sleep. And you said it because you called it the Carbangle Banner. Tooter shrugged. There, that's good enough. Her bed had shifted. Mr. Pepperday jerked Tooter's fingers in his. ABC. Mr. Pepperday smiled at the sound of his daughter's voice in the interval of stanza. And that moment of such rage, what followed was definitely not pretty. Please, it meant things came to a stop, knocking down her